Welcome back, everybody. 12 after the hour. Time for us to go behind the headlines. And today from Yahoo News, we got report from the Colorado State Auditor's Office, which has just recently released a report, an audit they have done on the Colorado Medical Marijuana Enforcement Division. This falls under the Department of Revenue. And of course, Colorado is known for having a very intricate medical marijuana system of licensing and production and taxing that this Medical Marijuana Enforcement Division is supposed to be in charge of. Well, apparently, according to this report, it's alleged that they haven't been following the law when it comes to regulating the industry. They've been underreporting tax revenue and not spending their money very wisely. Let's take a look at some of the things in this report that have got people up in arms in Colorado, I'm sure. First of all, the division was established in July of 2010 to license and regulate the businesses that grow, cultivate, and sell medical marijuana products. So the division, this Medical Marijuana Enforcement Division, since July of 2010, they're in charge of about 1,440 different medical marijuana businesses. And the way that this division funds itself is mostly from the business application and licensing fees. So, according to this auditor's report, the division took, on average, 23 months to issue final licensing decisions by the August 1 effective date of a 2-year moratorium on new medical marijuana businesses. So, that 2-year moratorium, 24-month moratorium, it was taking them 23 months to process applications. Okay, that's kind of problematic. And as of October, 41% of the original license applications, trying to get in before this moratorium, still haven't been acted on. They're still pending. Some of the division here, the spending. This is what we got to get to. The spending from this division. The division spent about $1.1 million in the years 2011 through 2012 to develop a marijuana plant tracking system. You've probably heard of Colorado having what's called a seed to sale tracking system, right? Where from the moment it sprouts and all the way until it's sold, we're going to keep track of where it is, who had it, who owned it, where it was bought, what taxes were paid on it, and so forth, right? And so all the people in Colorado who've been paying their license fees, their application fees, were doing so with the understanding that, well, creating such a system is going to be expensive. It's going to take some money. So yeah, we'll pay these fees and we'll have this system and everybody will be happy. Well, after spending $1.1 million from 2011 and 2012 to develop this system, it fell short by about $400,000 due to financial difficulties and still has not implemented the system. So starting, July of 2010 till now, still has not implemented this system. The auditor also found the division doesn't use prescribed statutory processes when confiscating marijuana. That's kind of a problem. Confiscating marijuana from people, if the division finds that you're a dispensary operating outside the law, they confiscate they're not following the rules there. Okay. According to the report, the division suffered 19 consecutive months of net losses. I'm struggling to think of anyone involved in any marijuana business who could suffer 19 months of straight losses. It's not like selling weed is not a profitable industry. There's money to be made there. You really have to go out of your way to mess it up, don't you? Well, listen to how they messed this up. They had a loss of $2.3 million in June 2011 alone, 1 month, because of large capital purchases, including furniture, computer equipment, and software for the marijuana plant tracking program. The one that isn't working still. So of this $2.3 million, all right, furniture, computer equipment, and software. That's got to be some nice furniture, right? Well, here's some of the furniture purchases. $28,000 for 7 desk extenders. $16,000 for 3 cubicles. Wow. $5,000 cubicles. Well, $5,333 cubicles. Whatever. $5,000 for a cubicle. Could be a damn nice cubicle. And $4,200 for 4 office chairs. Wow. $1,050 for a chair. You know how much my chair cost here? I think it was $25 at a yard sale. The report stated, quote, "We reviewed these purchases and found that the division did not take sufficient steps to ensure that these expenses were reasonable and appropriate. Specifically, the division did not use a competitive bidding process to outfit its 4 offices and instead purchased the bulk of its furniture from, wait for it, Colorado Correctional Industries." So, the people who've been buying medical marijuana licenses to run legit medical marijuana businesses in the state of Colorado had that money extravagantly spent and funneled to the Colorado Correctional Industries, the private prison industry, to buy furniture at $1,000 a chair that was probably assembled or sold or tracked by inmates making 23 cents an hour. The auditor's report also revealed that about $760,000 of sales tax revenue generated by 56 dispensaries in 2011 and 2012 was not reported by the state's Department of Revenue. $760,000. Due to financial difficulties, the division laid off most of its staff in 2012, the report stated, adding that weaknesses in fee setting, strategic planning, and expense controls contributed to those financial problems. So somebody at the top who was funneling money, $1,000 a chair, $5,000 a cubicle, to the Colorado Correctional Industries, because of those decisions, people that had government jobs at the division, your low-level clerks, your average IT bit pushers, are out of a job, are laid off. And, of course, this has blowback against the attempts now to set up a legal industry here with respect to legal marijuana after Amendment 64. Representative Brian Del Grosso, a Republican of Loveland, said, quote, "If they couldn't handle the little piece they have now, there's no way we can trust them to handle more," end quote. We got to get on the ball with this, people. We cannot let these medical marijuana industries take down legalization. I'm just appalled by this story. We've got to do it right, people. We've got to do it right. We've got to hold government's feet to the fire, businesses' feet to the fire, so they don't screw it up for us consumers.
Oh, have you ever met that funny reefer man? A reefer man. Have you ever met that funny reefer man? A reefer man. If he said he swam to China, he would sell you South Carolina. Then you know you're talking to that reefer man.
You okay to land this thing?
No problem, man.
I think you're going a little high, man.